Ashe.
Sister Tyson.
Ashe. 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 Ashe.
We left home on foot, with only the clothes on our back. Mother carried
Our family
baby brother.
immigrated here
I
from
carried
Nigeria.
sister.
They saw a chance to make more money, to make a better life.
I
for me
am the
and my
direct
sisters.
descendant of a Nigerian girl sold into slavery in Amsterdam at the age of 6 in the 18th century. I am a result
I'm from
of her
Trinidad,
journey
came
to
from
freedom.
the UK to study biochemistry and led a movement against oppression,
I
apartheid,
arrived on the
state-sanctioned
empire in
genocide.
1984. I
Was
came to
stolen.
work.
Not sure where
They
my
needed
people come
workers
from.
to rebuild
I do know we
after
came
the
from away by
war.
Missouri. I know
We
that
waved
my
goodbye to my
great-grandmother was born
grandmother.
enslaved.
Her
and that
smile
I met
beaming
her when I
pride
was an
as the
itty
hope
bitty
of our
baby.
family.
I don't remember.
Future was off to university.
We've been here forever.
Second grade, I'm a dual citizen. My mom was born here in the
Slate,
States. Where are your people
Detroit,
from?
The South, the womb,
Darlene
the
from Brooklyn,
motherland,
New York.
the
Mildred
cosmos,
Elizabeth from
the
Alabama.
stars,
Nellie
My
Craft from
mother
North
was
Carolina.
born in a time of segregation. Her mother birthed in the fields of the Midwest, and my
Norma
great-grandmother,
Jean of
whose
San
first name you
Joaquin,
never spoke,
Beatrice Helen
born
Bible
in the
of
rolling hills of
Idabel,
Ireland.
Oklahoma, Nanny Bible of Texas.
Carmeletta Allison, born in the mountains of Jamaica. Dorothy Lewis, born in Clarendon Hills of Jamaica.
We
Beverly Sr.,
are
born in the city
Afro-Caribbean.
of Jamaica.
we are Afro-Dutch.
Afro-Peruvian.
We
Afro-Venezuelan.
Afro-Colombian.
Afro-
We are
Afro-Guyanese.
Afro-Mexicana.
Afro-Guyanese.
Afro-Panamanian.
Afro-British.
Afro-Chinese. Afro-Finnish. Afro-Malayan. Afro-Boricua.
African.
African.
We are black.
We are here.
Stationed in Region 6. And this is the story of how we came to be. How we came to be so far from home. Welcome to Region 6. Put in work. Put in work. Put in work.
I washed all the laundry and hung it up on the line.
Put in work.
And always made sure to have my husband's supper right on time.
Put in work.
I sew the clothes, fix the hems, and put on church
Put
clothes.
in work.
I make you look nice and do it all for half the price.
Put in work.
Washing clothes, scrub them clean, put them on the line.
Put in work.
Shake a shimmy, iron, steaming, got them looking, feeling
Put
fine.
in work. I put my hands deep in the ground until the earth. Put in work. I go slow on Sunday, rest on Monday, then it's back to work. Put in work.
I'll wake up early, go down late, and do it again.
Put in work.
I love my people. Yes, my people. They're my friends.
Put in work.
Woo!
Oh, I'm tired up there.
Yes, girl.
It's hot.
Work.
You know I got another job.
Yeah, girl.
I put in work.
Put in work.
Tired.
Oh, it's hot. Never get a day off over here.
Work.
Oh, put in work.
What is woman? Woman is my mother.
Woman
Black,
is
strong,
me, changing,
the beginning.
sharp.
Woman is the flick of a skirt and the blood
Woman is the
underneath.
peaceful keeper of the family
Woman
and
is
home.
resilient.
Woman is strong, holding families
Independent,
together.
carrying life
Woman
and
is
future.
resourceful. Woman is beautiful.
Well, let her be free. Let her be
Love
herself.
and protect her. Lift her up.
Woman is
without-
wide open in the middle of a field of the desert giving birth
Woman
to
is
life.
time doubled over, looped back, and then stretched out.
Woman is
into
a
infinity.
stitched blanket, warm though worn, patched, and passed by mother
The
to mother
backbone
to
of
mother
nature,
to
the
mother.
cosmos, energy, the spirit giver of all things, the birth of breath, the source, light.
Woman is.
Oh.
Woman is.
Ah.
Woman is.
We were presenting ourselves. We were on display. Women express. Femme is an energy.
Beautiful but painful, she must protect herself.
Early morning request for milk and toast. Eyelids heavy from a sleepless night. Listen close to the affirmations of toddler ramblings, navigating the day.
My mama said I'm bitch. A goddess reduced to a slur. I am woman. Truth in the moment that my truth can be both and.
I am witch. My midwife ancestors were burnt at the stake and drowned because the knowledge that we hold could not be bought, even though we were sold.
I am woman because I say so. I know so.
Because I know the pain of my hips spreading wide to let out the child inside.
Because my chromosomes are comfortable with the battle.
Not having children does not have anything to do with me being the woman that I am.
That's the truth.
Say it.
Would you forgive me for being inappropriate if I reveal my deepest self? Will you dive in head first, beyond what can be seen, into what can only be experienced? If I untie the knots that hold my smile in place, will you hold my scowl without judgment, without question?
If I unpack my baggage in your presence, will you step carefully as not to crush my already broken expectations?
If I expel my demons while you watch, will you think less of me?
Will you love my flaws?
Oh, will you support my failures?
Ugh, will you allow me to be imperfect, huh?
To be broken.
Hey, to be human.
Nurturing is hard. Trying to hold your crown is hard.
The women are being interviewed in different scenarios by a lawyer, a doctor, a friend, a reporter.
Not far enough. Too close to home. No one will speak, but somebody knows something. Some things you see, you keep to yourself. You will live longer. He did not commit suicide. He had too much to live for. I have a right not to be comforted. The belt that he was hung with was not his own. His shoes were missing.
For hundreds of years, they have been terrorizing us, stealing our sons in the nights of light by the fire for the love of hate. If you were black and alive, you were always at risk, always in season.
Hundreds gathered. First, they cut his penis, and then they sliced his sides, cut off a finger, and then a toe. And later, until hours later, they finally decided to just kill him. We hung him from a tree in front of the courthouse. Photos will be available for 50 cents apiece.
Our sons, our fathers, our brothers, our daughters, our souls hung from trees sold in photographs.
Hey girl, what's up? Wait, what happened? He what? Hey, are you okay? Okay, where are you? Oh, okay, wait there. I'm on my way.
If I had known then what I know now, I'd make different choices. Perhaps my past self would have done those things that my present self put aside for motherhood.
Why is it that men, when asked about an alleged perpetrator of sexual violence, that is, one of their friends, the man says they are surprised because of how the alleged perpetrator treated them, a man? That's not how they treat men, it's how they treat women. You are a man. Ask a woman.
What right have I to boundaries when I'm bound? Bound by duty, servitude of wifehood, under the institution of marriage, by contract, by insemination, objectification, an object, a thing, a no thing, a not my thing, alien.
Neck high thins her waist. She must be defined, waist and shape. She cannot be less than prim and defined. The neck is heavy and tired, but no matter what, she must hold her head high and refined.
I've never been surprised when I hear that a good person has done a horrible thing. I'm never shocked or amazed that an idol has fallen from a pedestal. Humans don't belong on pedestals of perfection.
Forced into half-truths of gender binary, she is too masculine and he is too feminine. Subscribe to a pre-subscribed role and suffocate the self out of yourself because you do not deserve to breathe under the heavy hand of patriarchy.
Ain't no time to cry. Little feet must be washed, little mouths must be fed, and tears must wait. There is honor in my exhaustion. I have earned every yawn. Each creaky smile costs a piece of my peace. I wear my tired eyes like a merit badge. It proves to the world that I work. And work is love.
It has done us all wrong. The addiction to power and privilege that has been passed down through the millennia must be treated like the disease it is, with love. Take your medicine.
I wish I could have started making magic sooner. I would have power. And don't we all want to be powerful?
Yes, girl.
Yeah. They're getting ready because it's time to party or perform. The women, they come and join the band. They become the band, while the other women go to enjoy themselves at a jumping joint in the Deep South, 1944.
Hey.
Marilyn, Rosetta Tharpe, Sippy Wallace, Betsy Smith, Billie Holiday, Nancy Minnie, Mammy, Mom, Ida, Albert LaRue, Coco Taylor, Etta James, Tiny, and Ruby Lady Be Good, Annie Mae, Odetta Pollen, Cindy, Henrietta, Hetty, Mancy, Helen Coded, Thompson, Ray Scott,
Blossoms, Ronell, Supreme, Shiraz, Love and Mahalia Jackson, Betty Davis, Celia Cruz, La Lupe, Toto La Montpasina, Susana Baca, Alice Coltrane, Lagrima Rios, Zamora, Tina Behel, Polly Starry, Susana Baca, Martha Vanilla, Felicia
Lazita, Beverly, Peggy Jones,
Sylvia Robinson,
Esmeralda Swalley,
Ella Baker,
the Duchess,
Elizabeth Cotton, Rosalie, Joan,
Barbara Lynn, Beverly Skies, Chaka
Chaka
Khan,
Michelle, Nadette Cello,
Peter Man,
Donna Marie,
Laura Lowe,
Los Chicostelka,
Gloria,
Nelly Clayton,
Alma,
Lola,
India,
Irene, Gloria Madeline,
Etta Baker,
Madalena,
Marilyn Scott.
They come together for a photo, an after-party photo, and we hear sounds of sirens. The police come to see, is there a white girl? Who's passing for black? Excuse me, what is black?
What is
That's a lot.
There's a whole thing.
Okay.
Black is the foundation.
Black is beautiful
The
in all of
beginning,
its
the
shades.
blueprint.
Black is eternal. The
Black is
people
the
of
original
sun.
influencer of culture
Black
everywhere.
is beautiful, cell by
Black
precious
is
cell.
power. A world built on the
Black
shoulders
is
of
alpha
men and women.
and
Black is in
Omega.
all of us, in our roots,
Black
in
is
our
all
history.
shades, outside, inside. Sometimes you must dig deep in
Black
blackness.
is
because
color,
blackness is
richness,
hiding in
creamy,
their blackness,
smooth,
full
and
of
crunchy,
fear
of
and
course.
doubt.
Black
Sweet
is
and sour,
dirt,
past,
the
present,
soil in which
and
all things
Black
grow
is
and
breath.
flourish.
Black is the beauty of the little
Black
girl
is all
in
colors
me.
in the cosmos, the expanse of
Black
beauty.
is a song played blue heart.
Black
bass,
is
and
the
brass.
container too small for my spirit.
Black is me.
Black is us.
Black is the I in
Black
I.
is the thing I cannot make small for you.
My skin is chocolate and delicious. Beautiful and tasty, defined by greatness and legacy. I am beautiful, lovely, empowered, a precious gemstone brimming with clarity.
The day was very sunny. I was at lunch with some classmates. We had a choice of chocolate or vanilla milk. A kid made a comment because I chose chocolate and said it was the color of my face. I really didn't get what he meant.
My mom would always wear a sun hat. I'd get in trouble for sitting in the sun, getting black as all can be. Did you know the bleach cream business is a $1 billion industry? I mean, everybody trying to be light, killing folks too.
I never thought being lighter was a privilege. Lighter is better. Not in my house, and in my house, my dad made a point to celebrate the beauty of my sister's dark, beautiful chocolate skin, making fun of me. In truth, I'm confused. At home, I'm light bright. Clap on, clap off. At school, I'm not looped in with the light-skinned girls. You know, at first I thought it was because I wasn't light-skinned. And then I started thinking that my fatness canceled my skin, removing the benefits of being light-skinned. I wanted to be more light-skinned. Now I just don't know.
I was the dark one in my family. You wouldn't even guess that my sisters are black. But they will let you know, don't get it twisted.
The media tells me my skin is something that only works if it is on somebody else's body. They present it as something that disqualifies me for taking up space. They tell me my skin is not something to be proud of. But they try to stoke that pride every now and then when they think it will help them sell some shit. I'm not easily fooled anymore. I've seen their tricks.
Yeah.
The women are in different realms of hair care. Barbershop, taking care of their own, helping somebody else out.
This hair of mine, I was trying to fit in where I could never be. Now I bask in the ambience of the gift my ancestors gave me. And it just is my hair, my glory.
Fourth grade curl that I had into ninth grade that made it easier to put in braids because it wasn't so nappy. And now, you know, I just wish it grew fast. It's slow hair, won't grow hair. You know, and when I can't figure it out, I just cut it off. And now, wigs, damn. You know, if I could change my hair, like I wouldn't change the texture, but damn, if I could just have it long when it wasn't, you know, and quick growth and full edges, because Lord, I've learned my lesson. And if it was long, like I would keep it out, like long and curly.
Wash, rinse, grease, twist, braid, knot, nap, lock, press, weave, relax, pick, fro, wave, curl, straight, bald, hawk, laid.
Permanence in the respect edge control gives. Now I have the right to live. Straight and sweet, natural and salty. Nothing about these naps is faulty. Except the perception of me, less than for this hair like lamb's wool. Biblical implications, ancient revelations.
When I was in middle school, I was bullied a lot. I remember this one time I had a ponytail in a braid, and we were in assembly, and I was just slinging it, making it hit my face. I was bored. The girl behind me said, "Bitch, if you keep swinging that braid, I'm gonna cut it off." Yellow bitch thinks she cute. I went home and cut off all my hair. When I came to school the next day, with my hair short, the same girl called me Whitney Houston wannabe yellow bitch, thinks she cute. I was confused and hurt. I didn't understand that it wasn't really about me.
My niece walked into the apartment to find her aunties and girl cousins of all ages in their natural glory. Braids, twists, afros, locks, curls, and curls for days. She had put a weave in the day before. As she looked about the living room at her reflection, she realized she loved every piece. She said, "Take it out now." She grabbed the scissors and sat on the floor at the edge of the bed. It smelled like hair, grease, and love. We snipped and pulled and smiled and breathed. Within the hour, she had rejoined her tribe. An afro like the sun, she shined like the lioness she is.
Yes, she did, girl.
Two girls cross paths with another. Another, she's chilling, playing the guitar. She's writing in a notebook, checking her bars. They check her out. And she says hello. They giggle.
You sound so white. Why do you talk like that? Are you really black?
Rappers don't play guitar and rap like that.
The media tells me people are barbaric, unkept, to be helped, not celebrated, to be killed without care, to be trampled over, to take from, take rights, to take peace of mind, leaving us with confusing beliefs about what they say, make us feel like we're anything other than magic.
You sound like you from somewhere else. Where are you from?
I'm from Seattle, but my folks are Southern.
Yeah, I knew it was something.
You sound so articulate for a black girl, says the ignorant person who doesn't have any license to access anything about me.
That's true.
In news today, an 11-year-old black student at a private school in New Orleans was asked to leave the classroom because her braided hair extensions violated school
Malden
rules.
Charter School
According
gave
to
two
the lawyer
students
for the
detention
girl's
for wearing
family.
box braids.
Vanessa
Deanna
Van
Mia
Dyke was
Scott were
bullied by
removed from
classmates
sports
about
and
her
banned from
hair.
prom.
Instead of punishing the bullies, the school told her mother to
Thurgood
straighten
Marshall
her
Elementary
hair
School removed a
or
black
cut it.
student from class because of her
California
hair
has
products.
just become the first state to pass the Crown Act, a law meant to ban discrimination
Oh, this
on
just
black
in.
hairstyles.
Brittany Noble Jones was told her natural hair was too unprofessional and fired. Wait, I'm Brittany Noble Jones, and I was just told that my natural hair is too unprofessional for TV?
Girl, what?
The women are fired, dismissed and rejected for their hair, for their clothes, their style. They ditch the institutions and hit the red carpet.
Please.
They hate me 'cause I'm different.
Okay.
They hate me 'cause I'm different. Yeah. I'm way too much and so much more. I got what I got still. My shine's too bright, too fine. My life is mine to live. You know you want to taste it.
Hey!
You know you want to taste it. Entranced by my funk.
Yeah!
We love the funk!
Get it, girl!
Sometimes I wish I was as hard as my facade, that I couldn't feel every little thing.
The pressure of the world places on my shoulders. My emotions are thermometers for the state of the world.
I mean, sometimes I wish that I didn't commit myself heart and soul.
Get comfortable with the uncertain as if it was certain.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't a roller coaster to hop on and off of. I'm low or ride until the novelty is
Sometimes
done.
I wish I was at my best, thriving, growing, ready to do all that is asked of me at full capacity.
Sometimes I wish I was as hard as my facade and that I didn't care so much, that I wasn't so... I can't hold anyone close.
If only we could just be fully lit up, without judgment, without false ideas of who we could be, act like, look like. I keep looking for some kind of assurance that I'm doing the right thing. I'm really wondering who I am. And what does it matter what they say about me?
I whisper to my soul that it does not matter. I assure my mind that it holds no weight, give it no gravity. Yet it feels heavy on my body like unwanted fat. It nails my feet to a path lined with sneering skeletons. I repeat to myself that it does not matter, that the impressions in another's glance is not my reflection, that the judgments of hypocrites hold no gavel. I scream silently as the thorns of womanhood are twisted into my psyche. It doesn't matter, it holds no weight, it bears no gravity. Doubt seeps in, hidden behind sideways smiles and half-hearted hellos. Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I too much? Too much sass, too much ass, too woke, too black.
The women go about their day, tending to the tasks, doing what must be done. They wash their hands. They're in the garden, they're doing the dishes, building, working on a car, giving a pedicure.
Dried, calloused, lines and marks, withered, peeling skin. These are the scars that bear the memory of pain.
These hands have spent the last 3.5 years soothing my baby's cries, wiping her tears, detangling and moisturizing her afro, holding her hand to keep her safe and close to me.
I used to look at my mother's hands when she was like 35, and I would look at my hands, and then I would think, when my hands get that big, then I'll be a woman.
Dry skin despite copious applications of lotion. I have little tubes of lotion in every purse, every work bag, and my emergency to-go kit. I put tubes of lotion in decorative boxes and cut glass dishes. I mean, why not be fancy? You know, in every room of the house and in the garden shed. I mean, even now there are large lotion dispensers above the kitchen and the bathroom sink. I mean, black folks get this.
Beautiful shade. I dare to be vain about some things because too much of the world expends a lot of time and violence trying to snatch away beauty from black folk. I have pretty hands, and I have received compliments on them all my life.
A nurse who saw Henrietta Lacks's body before the hard-working black woman's cells were used to advance science spoke of something that she noticed years later. Mrs. Lack's nails were well cared for, eloquently polished, beautiful. I could tell that she had taken good care of herself, she said years later.
My hands do a lot of work. They need kindness.
DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, genetics. You know, who we were and who we are held in the DNA. You know, evidence shows that our species, Homo sapiens, or modern humans, developed in Africa, approximately 130,000 years ago. Over the millennia, we have moved about and grown apart. Our tongues divided, our memories subsided. You know, we humans became individually and intimately indigenous to many lands. This fact tells us that race is a construct. History tells us that this construct was built with a purpose, and that purpose is to uphold the institution of white supremacist patriarchy. This ideology based on race is called racism. This ideology invented whiteness. To become white, the indigenous version of yourself, the tribal version of yourself, your language, religion, your indigenous culture must be eradicated. And you must carry the mantle of whiteness. You can no longer speak your indigenous tongue, nor practice your ancient religions. You must change your name to fit into the pretense. And once you choose whiteness, or rather once whiteness chooses you, you become oppressor by proxy.
Africa. Africa, Turtle Island, New Orleans, El Dorado, Jack London Shipyard, the 206 to Selma, and everything in between.
Light bows when it crosses paths with rain. Only when light has broken into its elements is it revealed that white is made of colors. Could it be that people are light?
My mama and grandma always told me my grandma was from Eunice, Louisiana, and that my mom is named after her grandma, and I am named after my grandma. And we must have been funny, because there was always funny stories and hella love.
I remember we were playing that game. Oh, yeah, we were playing that game. You know the game? Yeah, where you knock on the door and you run before they can answer. No knock warrants are the antithesis of that game. They don't knock at all, and they come in a blazing. And what they say? Wrong address, huh? With no redress. Give me a break, huh? Give me a break.
Give me a break.
Why? We cannot wait. Come on, people. Why? We cannot wait. I'm telling you why. We cannot wait. You know it's true now. Why? We cannot wait.
Blood sacrifice across this land.
All across
Say
the
for
land.
freedom.
Whose freedom? Your freedom, my freedom, their freedom's freedom.
Blood sacrifice
Blood sacrifice.
across this land.
Across
They
the
say
land.
for
Now freedom, whose freedom? Your freedom, my freedom, their freedom, freedom.
why
Come on now,
we cannot wait. Why
everybody.
we cannot wait. Why
We cannot wait. The time is over.
why we cannot wait. The women take on different roles in the movement. Some are on the phone calling for support. Some are passing out flyers, going door to door. On the typewriter, the computer, designing, doing everything, mapping out the mission as they do the dance of the organizer.
They say behind every good man, there is a good woman. Honey, we ain't behind men. We are the foundation, the blueprint. We show up, we show out. We get it done. You may not know my name, but you know my work. You best believe. Did you know that in a pack of wolves, the leader leads from the back? That's how they stay together.
The following resembles a pledge line, a militia at some times, a rally, or other formations that sisters take when they organize.
We will continue to stand up. We will continue to show up. We will continue to organize. we will use our power. You have been called to duty. Haiti, the cradle of Black pride and the first independent nation, sisters, fall in line.
Maria Jean Latimer, Army,
Suzanne
Haitian
Belair,
Revolution,
Lieutenant,
soldier
Haitian
and nurse.
Revolution,
Cecile
sentenced to death,
Fatiman,
execution.
voodoo princess,
Catherine Flawn,
prophesies
known
the
as the
revolution.
heroine of the revolution.
Azariah Toya, midwife, warrior of the Dahoma Amazon,
Suzanne
abducted and
Saint-Hilaire,
enslaved
Haitian
combat
Army
trainer,
Alex
lieutenant.
Caruth fought against the
Executed
U.S.
with
military
Yvonne
occupation.
Hakeem Rimpel,
Eartha
creator of
Pascal
Mescal,
Trelot, provisional
first
president
feminist
of Haiti
Haitian
from
newspaper.
1990 to 1991, first woman justice of the Supreme Court of Haiti.
Cuba sisters, fall in line.
The Marinas Platoon fought on the front lines and prosecuted Castro
Mambisa,
on the
war from
battlefield.
independence from Spain,
Pilar
nurses,
Jorge
armed
de
smugglers,
Hela,
propaganda
co-founded the Feminine
Colada,
Club
kidnapped and
National
enslaved a
Women's
Yoruba
Congress.
woman,
Rosa
burned down at the
Castellanos,
master's
freed
home, planned a
slave medic
revolt
and
with
soldier
drums.
for Cuba's fight for independence and a bid to abolish slavery.
U.S. sisters, fall in line. Daisy Bates, journalist and civil rights
Harriet
activist.
Tubman, known as Moses, conductor on
Maya
the Underground
Angelou,
Railroad.
poet,
Rosa
and civil
Parks,
rights
civil
activist.
rights
Angela
activist.
Angela Davis,
activist.
activist and educator, Black Power movement.
Fannie Lou Hamer, voting rights activist
Shirley
and
Chisholm,
organizer.
first black woman elected to
Elaine
Congress.
Brown served as
Phyllis
leader
Jackson,
of the
Black
Black
Panther
for
Party.
self-defense.
Erica Huggins, political prisoner,
Kamala
Black
Harris,
Panther Party.
political first black woman vice president of the United States.
Brazil sisters, fall in line.
Aquatoon, mother of Ganga Zumba, soldier in the Battle
Bandera,
of Muale.
co-founder of Capoeira,
Teresa
died by
de
suicide
Benguela,
as refugee
Maria
in
Felipe
slavery.
de
Colombo.
Oliveira, one of three women led the
Louisa
Battle of
Mahim
Baha'i.
from Benin.
United Kingdom sisters, fall in line.
Jean Ambrose, Black Liberation
Layla Hassan
Front.
Howe, Black Unity and Freedom
Zainab
Party.
Abbas, Black Panthers.
Sisters, fight for us, live for us, die for us, for you. Say her name. The sister who changed the world for you, for all of us. Sister, you have been called for duty.
I remember when my dad took us camping with the plan to spend a week in the woods. It was 9-mile hike to the campsite. I was 9 years old carrying a 10-pound pack, each sister a few years older than the one before, each pack a few pounds heavier. 6 miles in, I burned out. I couldn't carry myself, let alone carry my load. My dad threw me and my pack on his back, on top of his 75-pound pack. When I burned out, he carried me, and now I feel the weight of my world pressing. I realize it's my job to take on a little bit extra, to carry a little bit more, 3 more miles to go.
The women are ingesting the news, and she sees another headline.
Black people do not hang themselves in trees. These are not cases of suicide, point blank, period. Call it what it is, murder by lynching.
I
And
have
again,
known
and again,
my life in the shadows.
and again,
What is now coming to light, this is not new.
again, and
Though
again,
it may be news to
and
you,
again, and again,
that
and
here
again,
in the shadows, the
and
unspeakable is reality, and justice
again,
knows no peace.
and again,
No, this
and
is not
again,
news.
and again, and again,
Though it may
and
be
again,
news
and
to
again,
you,
and again, and
there is
again,
no just because
again,
when it
and
is
again,
just because.
again.
Robot,
Again.
bomb, boom,
And again.
gone, drone, known, blown, away.
again, and again,
Not
and again.
tomorrow, yesterday, the distant, the then, the not us. Keep saying in God we trust. Must be human.
again,
Caged
again,
animals
again,
get more respect than mentally enraged black men. Robot, bomb, boom, gone.
Don't push me,
again,
cause
and again,
I'm
I have
close to the
children,
edge
and
of
again,
madness,
and again,
of this
and again,
reality,
and again, and
the
again.
edge of
I
this
am
bullshit
tired.
ass life.
And again,
I'm close
and
to
again,
losing it,
and again,
losing my
and again,
shit,
and again,
losing my
and again,
mind, losing it
and
all.
again,
Don't
again,
push
and again,
me.
And again.
The police
and again,
tase her.
And again. And I'm tired.
She goes into
I don't know how to
cardiac
keep
arrest.
My eyes up with these tears. And again.
Her
and
name
again.
is added to
And
the
no
list
rest. No
of women that came together.
And again.
These women come together for a candlelight vigil in honor of the women who have been murdered by the police, in honor of the missing and murdered indigenous women, in honor of death and survival, say her name.
Charlene Lyles, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Tatiana Jefferson, Deborah Danner, Betty Jones, India Kager, Maya Hall, Natasha McKenna, Tanisha Anderson, Gabriella Navarez, Yvette Smith, Miriam Carey, Shelley Frey, Melissa Williams, Janisha Fonville, Alicia Thomas, Chantel Davis, Charmel Edwards, Rikia Boyd, Cherise Francis, Ayanna Stanley Jones.
The black woman's body doesn't belong to her. Fetishized, dehumanized, they were waiting, prayed while she walked home from church. She tried to run. At gunpoint, she begged, blindfolded, taken to the woods. White boys, white body, patriarchal, privileged states that they have the power to take, to rape, to control our black wombs. 7 white boys between the ages of 14 and 18 years of age. 5 hours at gunpoint. Terrorism of the black woman's body, of the black families, of the black community, using her body to emasculate her father, her husband. No indictments. Me 2.
Me 3.
Me 4. Me 5 years old.
7 years old, me.
Me 12, me 13, me 14 years old.
Me 15. Me 16.
Me 25.
Me 2.
Me.
Too many me's. I fear for my children. I wonder every day if I would be able to see the subtle signs, the tiny truths, the monstrosities perpetuated by monsters, human monsters.
Rape is not a secret. These bones ain't never lived in no closet. This is the planet we live on. When hashtag provides perspective on ratios of pain, hashtag me too.
If I said I could, I would be lying, because I cannot eat your bullshit and live a healthy life. You keep feeding it to me, dressed in cheesy sauce or whipped cream dreams, but underneath it is still bullshit. And I cannot eat bullshit and live.
Supremacy, sworn to secrecy. The destructor destroying so easily dismembers all memories of me. You causes pain. You are to blame. Should be ashamed that I'm forgotten. I'm forgotten. Grungy, fucking punk! Dirty, grungy, fucking punk! dirty, grungy, fucking punk, dirty, grungy. You know what he said? He said, wham, bam, bang, you, ma'am. Hey, yeah, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Dirty, grungy, fucking punk, dirty, grungy, fucking punk, dirty, grungy, fucking punk, hit, quit, makes me sick.
My name is Polly Murray, and my field of concentration has been human rights. Now, we were on a Greyhound bus coming from New York City, headed to North Carolina to visit Auntie. Myself and my friend Mac, well, I had lived my life circumferenced by suppositions, depositions, inquisitions. That day in 1940, we were not moving. It wasn't planned that I would challenge the segregation laws of Virginia. It was necessary. Oppression happens when one refuses to acknowledge the personhood of another. Living in a culture in which if you are black, you are perceived as inherently less intelligent or able to learn, then you are perceived as even more incapable of learning because you are a woman. Now, I'm a Southern girl born in 1913. Some live under Jim Crow, whereas I live under Jane Crow. The time had come to make a frontal assault on the constitutionality of segregation.
They're in the courtroom, on the witness stand. And as they leave, they move through time, walking past this girl. She's just chilling on the grass.
Hey, sister.
Oh, I'm not black. Really?
No, I'm Puerto Rican.
Excuse me?
Okay.
What is black? What is black? What is black? They do the dance of the colonizer's tongue. The women move between African traditional dance and rhythm and traditional dance of the colonizer, and it becomes a hybrid of movement, a triad of movement that is rooted in African rhythms and gestures.
Soy negra.
Y so negra.
Je suis noire.
Ich bin schwarz.
Ich bin schwarz.
I am black.
Negrita, morena, besado por el sol. Escucha el tambor. Negrita, tú eres africana,
Africana.
tal como yo. Preciosa, canta, somos los niños de África.
Somos los niños de África.
¡Bailen para África! ¡Bailen para nosotros!
Listen, memory is a funny friend. I mean, sometimes she kind of tickles, gifting giddy giggles. Sometimes she fortifies you, holding your boundaries in place, keeping you safe. And then sometimes she smacks you up upside your head and with a brick and be like, so what you gonna do? Because I ain't about to let you forget this.
Okay.
Would you children? Oh, now people are people. Not angels, not demons, not good nor devil. Good nor bad. Huh. Oh, this is an upside down world or backward universe. This can't be what we're supposed to live in. What life is this, right? I know. When death that comes too soon is the daily reality. Life just slips through. Can't even dream of something, anything
No dreams at all.
else.
Flicker of a lighter. Thank you, universe. Angels, ancestors, and spirits, turn off my brain. I am enlightened. I am God. Screams, cries, clenched fists, fiery belly, tingly fingers, hot palms, chilled arms, heavy head kissing the earth. Cradle me.
I pray on my knees. A call from my gut, a primal scream, thanksgiving and honor, expectation and hope.
Asking the universe for protection, making a plan, and setting my intentions.
I pray on my knees by fire on soils, Bismillah.
Lighting incense, repetition of intention, the repetition of my need, feeling of water at my altar, sitting with my ancestors and listening, I pray.
I pray with truth, telling and be told, unfolding the closed parts of me to receive the gift of this moment. I pray with truth.
The women begin to pile things. They pile them on each other, and then they pile them on one, like a game of pass the buck or hot potato. Now, there's one woman who is injured from the beginning of the game, and when the thing gets to them, it hurts. And more each time until she tries to quit, but the others just brush off her pain like it's nothing.
Telling a fragile person to stay strong is not helpful. You may need to be their rock. Anchor them while life storms blows. Hold them close and say, lean on me. Carry their load when the weight becomes unbearable. Sit in silence when the horrors are unshareable. Put back their pieces when all they are is shattered and scattered. Telling a fragile person to stay strong is not helpful. Saying smile to a person who is distraught is not helpful. If you want to be helpful, be a rock, an anchor. While she gathers the broken pieces of her soul, while she mends her wounds, and believe her when she says, it's too much.
When you struggle with a noose around your neck, you hasten the process. Sometimes, to stay alive, the fight looks like stillness.
And she came to tell me that, every moment you'll learn because you can't, because you're dead. But you aren't dead. You're alive and your heart beats. And you're not perfect and you don't have to keep trying to prove that you are. So why do you keep thinking you need to be anything but you?
The women inspect themselves in the mirror, seeing the reflections of who they are and who they represent, who represents them, They're magic because they make magic, but they build it so it is so. I used to surf, live and learn, time to soar, all that and more. Write the script, I'll be that bitch, I'm a black girl.
Beauty queen, live the dream, curse disease, that's my thing. Rockets blast from my mouth, I'm a black girl.
Outer space, win the race, give you maze, take my place, coin the phrase, drop the shade. I'm a black girl.
Make the grade, raise the pay, treat the ill, write the bill, set the trend, call the game. I'm a black girl.
Voters' rights, take the knife, wars to fight, bring the life, own the bank, drive the tank. I'm a black girl.
Write the song, right the wrong, spike the ball, take the ball, stand up tall, do it all. I'm a black girl.
Surf the waves, save the day, serve the youth, speak the truth, make the art, play the part. I'm a black girl.
And this ain't magic.
This ain't magic.
This ain't magic.
Where can one be broken without being looked at like trash? Where in this world can one speak pain openly and still be lovable, forgivable, acceptable?
Go to therapy, they say. But what white woman psychologist will understand the subtle shifts in the timbre of my voice that reveal the nuance between hurt and angry? And what brother will feel the weight of my womb? And what sister do I call when I know that we all on this, in this? Stick to it, stand by it, just keep walking with shattered bones and peeling skin. Keep working.
Translucent, not quite solid, far from clear, just can't get through. The connection is wavering. My tether is weathered, thin and at the center of the line, no sound getting through, no bandwidth to deal with. The constant chatter, Black Lives Matter, Me Too, LGBTQIA, identity, and I lay it out of order, and out of order am I broken?
Where can one be broken? Where can truth be spoken? Where can I be full and fragile? Where can I be gentle and cuddly, shattered? It's complex. The worst and the best of me. With brilliant, terrifyingly magnificent, I am all of femininity divine, pulled apart.
A piece.
Apart, a piece, a fraction, a fractional of this being, a piece, a sliver, a shivering desire to release it all into the ether.
A piece is all their eyes can withstand.
Before they go blind, a piece is all they can taste before they melt into nothingness and return to the source.
A piece is all that is captured. Megahertz undetected. Megahertz undetected. A piece is what we get to show before we shut down. Burned at the stake, hung out to dry, medicated, locked up and locked down. They cannot fathom the mass of this existence.
This isn't algebra. Geometry is not quite it. Pendams doesn't apply. The numbers don't fit. There is no equation known that can make this math work. No science that can explain, no theory yet tested, nothing adds up. Though it deals in the physical, it isn't physics. Or is it quantum, meta? the math of community, the equation of emergency, the theory of faith. If I could just figure out the square root of the soul and multiply it by the infinite, then there would be enough to go around. Energy, resources, space, time, residual vibrational wormholes to leap across boundaries, over obstacles, folding space to make room for the unknown.
Another galaxy, another lifetime, perhaps another dimension. Somehow I landed here, feeling disconnected from the realm from which I came, can't remember my home, can't recall my name. Focus on repairing my interdimensional spaceship. My time machine must be fixed if I am ever to return to myself. Looking for the spare parts or the tools to mend a busted heart, a saw to cut the doubt that had blocked the pathways of faith, a place to dump the toxic waste. Barrels of fear and anxiety need to be drained, buckets of sadness and pain. Where is the transfer station for poison thoughts? Can love be bought by the gallon like gas? Because I need fuel for the journey.
And she came to tell me I'm protected, I am loved, and everything is going to be all right. Believe in love, no self-acceptance. And I went into my anger and I learned to forgive.
And she came to tell me that she didn't know what to do, but she loved me very much. It wasn't supposed to hurt, but that doesn't always matter. The time we have is what it is, and we do our best. She was running late and had to go, but before she went, she gave me a hug.
No, I don't want to go. I don't want to let go. But I don't know what's happening, but I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. This isn't me, and I'm scared. And I don't know what to feel. I don't want to go. I don't want to feel pain. I don't want to be here anymore. This is not healthy, and I don't want to feel this anymore. I hate where I am. And this is not right. I want to be happy. I want to be happy.
Fill up on the vices, the devil's devices, lures and entices. Addiction is a crucifix to what Christ is. Down the hatch, up the nose, down the hill, up in smoke. Take a pill, take a shot, take a sniff, take a toke, fill up the cup, hand in fist, memories in mist. Dew on a clover, kick back, relax, hope you enjoy the ride.
When they ask how I've been, I say I'm hanging in. But I leave off a cliff and I'm hanging on too. I'm fucking exhausted. Yeah. I need a break. For real. My kids won't sleep and I feel out of control. Please go to sleep. I'm running on fumes. Oh, man. No beginning, no end in sight, and I need a motherfucking break. Do you dig what the fuck I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need a break.
You need a
I
break.
feel guilty when I relax. What kind of shit is that? When I'm exhausted with this life, with this bullshit, with the system, with my kids, with my man, I want to sleep, but I can't close my eyes.
Oh, how I wish I had a flat stomach, perfect vision, a lover to caress, and a womb free of sorrow.
She came to tell me it's over. You don't have to fight this battle anymore. It doesn't matter. And if I don't make it to the other side, I tried. I really tried.
The only thing worth living for is love. Defined in diversity of ways. Love is not always what you expect it to be.
Love is worth the work it requires. It lives beyond desires and dies every day to be reborn, rebirthed over and over with the waking consciousness.
Love is a gift, and it's a gift given and received. It is the impossible believed. It can be shared with the known and the unseen. It is only limited by capacity to trust.
Love is time taken for a moment. It is the breath before you speak.
It is the late night that led to the early morning.
Love is staying away because you know your presence is not helpful and not wanted.
Love is family. Lovers, sisters, cousins, brothers, friends to the end. Wifeys for lifeys. You fuck with me, you stuck with me. Love.
Love is what makes life worth living.
Yes. Life is what makes love worth giving. And if you don't have your definition for love set, feel free to use mine until you have the time to define the gift that you give just by existence.
They toast to the spirits, and they honor them with a gesture, pouring out liquor to the homies, and they drink. And she speaks the story of her god sister.
He was drunk. She pretended to be asleep, hoping he would just pass out. She heard him fumbling in the kitchen, stumbling around the house. She could hear him grumbling to himself, muttering about who she'd been fucking and what's the smell. Recently released, he was paranoid and stressed, always scheming on the next plan to make racks. That night, he was celebrating a win with his boys. She heard the door creak shut, a toilet flush. He startled her, ripping the covers from her body. She opened her eyes, no longer able to pretend that she wasn't aware of his presence, looking up at him, hovering there, swaying slightly, eyes glossed over, blacked out. Get up, bitch. She rolls her eyes. You drunk. I'm talking to you. Who you fuck? You tripping, she replied. Go to sleep, you're drunk. His eyes got a little wide, like sparks lit inside. Who you talking to, crazy bitch? She slides out of the bed to make her way to the bathroom, trying to think of how to defuse the ticking time bomb that she had been loving since forever. As she walks past him, he grabs her shoulder and spins her around. It happened so fast. Leave me alone, she said. Don't tell me what to do in my house, he yelled. A baby cries. See what you've done? You woke up the baby. Just go to sleep. You don't tell me. I'm a man. He grabs her shoulder. She stumbles, knocks into him. Bang. He shot her with the gun he bought to protect her, to protect his family. He never meant to hurt her. She died in his arms. She died. 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 She died.
Wish I was a daisy in the sun. Wish I was a daisy in the sun. Daisy in the sun.
sitting in the stillness of the moment between late night and early morning, gazing up the wintry white snowfall and steady showers of crystallized ice, enjoying just a moment of silence, not the sensory deprivation kind of silence, but the kind that lets you know exactly how loud silence is. Heater blowing fan, in the bathroom, the breath of a sleeping children, the thoughts in your mind, and for one deep breath, all that dissipates into the fabric of space-time, while you experience infinity in the space that separates inhale from exhale, where anticipation and aspirations live, where the desire to know and not know squeeze one another as they speak the line that follows. Are you sitting down? And the snow falls, and it's 2021, and it's death, and joy, and work, and love, and lonely, crowded, and grateful, and okay, and not okay, but okay, you know? And the snow falls, and in this stillness, my story is written.
My story is not my own. It belongs to my family who molded me.
My story is not my own. It is my friends who challenged me, my knowledge of self. It is the words that no one even knows shaped my choices. It is the questions that are left unanswered. It's the strangers who scared me and the bullies who dared me.
My story is the story of mentorship, of books eaten by my soul, the story of songs that saved me, the story of bottles and pills of pain and ills.
My story is not mine. It is my children's. It is my God, my goddess. It is my work. It is creation. It is existence. It is resistance, but it is not mine. For I am of this world and can easily no longer be. And story is infinite. My story is her story.
It's you. It's yours. You shaped me. You changed me. You shaped my path and never knew that you were a force in my story. You never knew that I would not be me if you were not you. Your story is mine because our paths were intertwined.
I didn't know what I didn't know, but I always knew I love you. You fierce and ferocious, gentle and loving, righteous and angry, and sad and joy, and all of the things that make life worth living. And I don't know how you left, where you went.
I just know that my story is your story. And I thank you.
Thank you all so much for witnessing the story and being here with us today. If we had time for feedback right now, we would take it all, but I'd love for us to close this moment together in a ritual style. So if you could share how you're feeling now in a word or a phrase, pick it up and throw it into the space. If everyone could share one thing, that we would be so honored.